Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. After we study about gradient in equation of straight line part 1, now in the part 2, we will study about parallel and perpendicular line. The characteristic of parallel lines are: first, all of the lines are never intersect. Second, all of the lines are stay same the distance apart forever. What is the slope of the red line? Let's check it. The slope is 1/2. How about the blue line? The slope is 2/4. So, the parallel lines always have identical gradient slope. The characteristic of perpendicular lines are: all of the lines that intersect to form right angle. The second, two lines which cross at 90 degrees to each other have negative reciprocal slopes. Let's check it for the slope. For the red line, the gradient is -1/1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the blue line, the gradient is 1, 2, 3, 4/1. So let's check it that the gradient 1 is -1/4 and then the gradient 2 is 4. So M1 times M2 is -1. So perpendicular lines have negative inverse gradient. The conclusion is do the exercise. Number 1. Determine if the lines are parallel. From the first equation, let's change the form become y equals -1/3 x plus 2. From the equation, we know that the gradient is -1/3. Let's check the second equation. We know that the gradient is -1/3. Because of the gradient 1 and the gradient 2 is same, so both of the lines are parallel. Number 2. Determine if the lines are parallel. From the first equation, after we change the form of equation become y equal -3/4 x plus 3, we know that the gradient is -3/4. From the second equation, we know that the gradient is 3/4. Because of the gradient 1 and then the gradient 2, it is not same, so both of lines are not parallel. Number 3. Determine an equation for the line that contains 5, 1 and is parallel to y equal 3/5 x minus 4. From the equation, we know that the gradient is 3/5. So, we can substitute into the formula of equation of straight line. It is x1 and it is y1. So we get y minus 1 equals gradient 3/5 times x minus x1, that is 5. So the equation is y equal 3/5 x minus 2. Number 4. What is the slope of the perpendicular line? Slope is same with gradient. A. The slope of the perpendicular line is negative 5/2. Because if we want to multiply 2/5 and then negative 5/2, the result is negative 1. For the second equation, the slope of the perpendicular line is 5. For the third equation, the gradient of the perpendicular line is a half. Next question. Determine if the lines are perpendicular. From the second equation, let's change the form. Become y equal negative 2/3 x plus 4/3. We know that the gradient is negative 2/3. From the first equation, we know that the gradient is 2/3. So, is it perpendicular or no? No, because when we multiply m1 and m2, it is not negative 1. How about this one? Is it perpendicular or no? For the second equation, we get the gradient is negative 3/4. Gradient 1 is 4/3, and then the gradient 2 is negative 3/4. When we multiply gradient 1 and gradient 2, it should be negative 1. So, both of lines are perpendicular. Next question. Find the equation of the line that contains 0, negative 2 and is perpendicular to y equal 5x plus 3. Because of it is perpendicular, so the gradient 2 is negative 1/5. After that, just substitute into the formula y equal mx plus c. So we get y plus 2 equals negative 1/5x. So the equation is y equal negative 1/5x plus 2. Okay guys, now let's thinking. What is the slope of the line that is parallel to x equal 3? Slope is same with gradient. And what is the slope of the line that is perpendicular to y equal to 2? Okay, let's check the answer. on the line, we know that there is no y-intercept, and then for the change in horizontal distance is null, so the slope is undefined. Now how about y equals to look at the picture. Based on the picture, we know that the change in vertical height is null, and then for the y-intercept is 2. If null over 2 is null, so the slope is null for y equals 2. Okay, now let's check it again. How about the equation of the perpendicular bisector A3, -1 and B1, 3? Let's check the answer. Given that point A 3, -1 and point B 1, 3. For the first step, let's draw point A and point B into coordinate system. For the new line, CD is perpendicular and bisector of AB. To find the equation of CD, remember for the formula of equation is y equal mx plus b. So we need the value of m and b. So we can find the first slope of CD. Before we find the slope of CD, so we should know the slope of AB. Slope of CD is reciprocal with slope of AB. After we find the slope of CD, we can find the value of y and x through the midpoint of AB. Why we need the midpoint of AB? Because CD bisector of AB, or it means that CD cut AB into two equal lines. So let's count the slope of AB. The slope of AB is -2. So for the slope of CD is reciprocal of AB, that is a half. How about midpoint of AB? Just substitute into the formula and we get the midpoint of AB is 2, 1. So we have midpoint AB, we have slope of CD now equals the point and the slope into the formula y equal mx plus b. So we get the value of b is null. So the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB, we can write y equals a half x.